Mary J. Blige, the one on Kiss. And we have the one and only Miss Mary J. Blige in the building, the queen of hip-hop soul, so it seems only right that we start off with a perfect example of modern-day hip-hop soul. Mary, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Swerve.
And, you know, you always seem to collaborate with those that are hot in the game right now. You obviously have a good ear for it, and obviously getting Drake in on that early is amazing on that track.
Thank you. He's amazing, man. Wow. You know, I'm inspired by people like him that really always push themselves to come up with the right lines. You know what I mean? Like, it's just amazing to see this generation doing their homework. You know, it's great. Yeah.
Talking of lines, I want to ask you about a particular line. It's like my favorite one in the whole song. I'm not saying that I'm the best, but I'm the best. I just love that. What was the inspiration behind that?
It was just saying, you know, I'm not being cocky, but I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being, you know, because that's not me, my personality. But it's about time I've said something good about myself. I'm not saying I'm the best, but, you know, I'm the best.
That was my favorite. Now, obviously, you're over promoting the brand new album, Stronger with Each Tear.
Right.
We want to see you live because we love seeing you live.
Wow, thank you.
I wanted to know, because I asked Jay-Z when Jay was over last, how do you decide when you have such an extensive back catalogue of classics, how do you decide which you're going to perform?
That's the hardest thing to do, but you have to go based on what you know your audience is gonna, you know, I mean, there's a lot of new stuff you want to do, but they want to hear their I'm Going Downs and in My Lives and No More Dramas. They want to hear that stuff, so you got to give them at least a good meaty part of the section of the show of those songs, and then add in the new songs that you think they might love. So you kind of got to just really cater to the fans when it comes to that.
We touched on this briefly with Jay, but you know, you veteran performers, you make great DJs, because that's exactly the sort of process that a DJ goes through when they're going out and they're doing a show. It's like, which new joints am I going to play, which classic ones I'm going to play, so you know. Right,
the classics are going to always work the same way every single time.
Are their favorite classics the ones that you think, well look, I'm doing this one for me, this one it's a no-brainer, I'm doing it?
Wow, oh man, let me see. What would that be?
Too many.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, that was a tough one.
When you perform those classic joints, does it take you back to, like, you know, those classic moments of the 90s? Are you kind of zoning and thinking what you were feeling then?
You go right back. I mean, you just go right back. Yeah.
Because I remember you were doing a tribute to Puffy, and it was great. I just switched on the TV, I caught it. It was like a BET special.
Right.
And the crowd were going absolutely bananas. Puffy was up dancing, everyone was enjoying it. It just seems like it's a party.
Right, because, I mean, back in the days when I used to see Puff at the clubs, you know, this is when we were on the My Life album, the What's the 411 album. We would always break out into our dance. And so I was showing him, like, I was like, this is what we used to do. And then he just jumped up. He lost it. Like, the place erupted. Yeah. When, you know, because that's what we all used to do. We all used to have a good time during those times.
Well, look, let's get back into the present. Another track from Stronger with Each Tear. Yeah. Produced by The Runners, another, like, favourite of mine, because I think it really epitomises, you know, your classic trademark sound, though, that hip-hop loop.
Right.
The heartfelt vocals. Should we get into Tonight?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's do it. Mary J. Blige in the building. Let's keep it moving. Mary, Tonight. Another one of, like, my favourite cuts from Stronger with Each Tear.
Thanks.
What's the key? Because I know there are a lot of performers are going to want to know this, and up-and-coming wannabe stars. What's the key to remain at the top of the game? Because it seems at the moment it's very easy, like, to get to the top. You know, with a hit you can get a quick hit, but how do you stay at the top of the game for so long?
Well, once you get in a place where you're so-called at the top, you can't forget who got you there, which is your fans. Your fan base has to be able to touch you some kind of way. They have to know that you can still relate to them some kind of way, you know? And that's what keeps me, because they know I am them, you know? As much success as I've had, I've still never shied away from letting them know, look, there's nothing that you're not dealing with that I'm not dealing with, you know, mentally, spiritually, physically, you know, sometimes, you know, even financially, who knows, you know what I mean? At the end of the day is everyone has different levels of things they're going through, but it's the same exact thing, you know what I mean? So I just always let them know, you're not in this by yourself, you know. I'm all over Twitter every other day letting them know you're not in this by yourself. It gets hard for us all.
Okay, so if people want to follow you on Twitter, I know there's a lot of people on there.
At Mary J. Blige.
And that's the official one.
At Mary J. Blige. That's the official one, not the bootleg.
No, I know. There's always sometimes they can be quite funny, but I can imagine for a celebrity they can be quite annoying. You know, like someone coming out and saying some funny things and whatnot. But that's the official one.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Another track we're gonna get into just before you get out of here. I Am.
Yeah.
The thing that struck me about that track, it sounds like a Mary J. Blige track that you've heard before because it has a vintage feel to it. This is so Mary J. But then you have to pinch yourself. It's like, I know this is a new record. This is not like a classic. Did you feel that when you were making that record, or was it? No, I don't know. Is it me?
You know what? I didn't feel it until we were done, and then I was like, man, it sounds like You Are Everything at the top. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it has that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, but that's good though.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's what we were talking about just now about DJing and the songs you choose for shows. That's what people want. People want to feel that that's my song, you know, and you know, it's something new. You know what I mean?
What do you look for when you're writing, when you're choosing beats, and you think that's me, that's going to be on the album? Is there anything that you particularly look out for?
I'm always looking for things that I can feel in my gut. I'm looking for colors in music, you know, meaning like I'm always looking for the melancholy color. Yeah. You know, so like that's why Just Fine is playing right now. Like that's probably yellow. That's the brightest color of song I've ever chosen in my life. Yeah. But people still, you know, went for it because it was time, you know. So I'm always looking for things, complexions and just, you know, different things to make me feel. So if I feel, I know people are going to feel.
And there's certain things that you have to do when you're over in the UK, because I know we're just talking, you're here for a couple of days and you're off somewhere else. You've been to the UK so many times. Are there things like on your list, when you get some downtime, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Is there anything?
Yeah, when I come to London, I'm going to Wagamama's.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah. Shout out to Wagamama's.
The food is so crazy at Wagamama's. I'm going to Zeelies, the fish and chips, the raviolis. I try to stay off the shopping block.
Oh, really? I thought you'd go in there.
Oh, man, I try so hard. I'm not saying I don't go. I just try so hard not to go, man. The shopping out here is ridiculous.
We can relate to that. Mary, we're going to leave with this. I Am.
Okay.
It's always too short when you come in, but it's always a pleasure. Mary J. Blige, thanks a lot. All right.